Good day and welcome to No One Has to Die. It's the third part. We're currently going through finding all the different endings there can be and slowly uncovering the mystery behind the Phoenix Corporation. So, back to where we were before. I have to save Lionel, or sorry. Lionel has to survive. I have to choose between Troy and Christina. Do I? I believe so. Okay. So, let's kill Christina, because we know her part of the story. We don't need you. Sorry, Christina. Shit, wrong one. We want to save you. Hit the water supply. Skip to next turn. Skip to next turn. Turn off the water supply. Skip to next turn. Skip to next turn. Skip to next turn. Skip to next turn. Okay. The fire has been contained. Casualties, Christina. Not again. You don't sound too happy for someone who's lucky to be alive. Visitor, tell me, what would it take to get you to kill me? You can't ask someone something like that. You're mad. I've killed all these people, of course I'm goddamn mad. Beginning scan, floor B1. You're going to have to choose between saving me or Lionel soon. Promise me you'll save Lionel. But how do you know that? It doesn't matter. All that matters is I'm a monster and I don't deserve to live. It does matter. Of course it matters. I want to know. Tell me why you did this. There's not enough time. Besides, you won't believe me. You never believe me until it's too late. What the hell is that supposed to mean? Calculations complete. Fire on floor B1. One casualty unavoidable. Candidates Lionel or Troy. It doesn't matter. Just save Lionel. I must concur. Please spare me. Shut up. I want to know what's going on. If I give you answers, will you let me die? If you save me, I'll tell you things Troy doesn't know. I'll tell you what we really do here. Troy, tell me. Then you can die. Okay, but I'll have to be quick. The truth is, I've been here before. What is that supposed to mean? Time travel? Urgent. Please enter your security system orders immediately. The chat system has been locked until your decision is made. But Troy, I want to know! Well, I already know what Lionel has to say, so... I see. So, I can just, let's save Troy, because I know what Lionel has to say. I know he's boring, Mumbo Jumbo. So goodbye, well played, have a nice day. Next, oh yeah, I need to fill all the squares. Next again. Do I really have to turn the water off before? Okay, there we go. Okay. Now, Troy, what do you have to tell me? The fire has been contained. Casualties, Lionel. So this is how it goes, is it? I don't know how much longer I can do this. What are you talking about? What were you trying to say before the chat cut out? And while we're at it, how do you know everything? And why did you light the fire? There's nothing I can do now. I may as well tell you what I know. Beginning scan, ground floor. First things first. The reason I lit the fire... I didn't. Which we knew, because we knew Christina lit it. What? That makes no sense. It makes perfect sense. He didn't light the fire. There's not really much to it. I don't know who really did it, though. I don't know who killed the security guards either. While we're at it, I have no idea what they do here at this company. You're full of crap. How did you know all that stuff, then? How did you know the security code? No fire detected. You're probably not going to believe this. No, I know you're not going to believe this. I'll believe you, Troy. I'll believe you to the end. I know the security code because I heard you read it out. You know that makes no sense. You told me it before I ever read it. This time I did. This time? What the hell do you mean this time? I've been here before. I've been here 5 times before. The first time I was in my office doing work and suddenly the fire alarms went off. I went on the chat to find out what was happening. Lionel explained you would need a security code to save anyone. We all scrambled around looking for a blue file before you finally found one. That's when I found out the code. Then when you had made the decision, Steve died, Christina died, Lionel died, I was the only one left. I had to keep going. I found a room called the Tempest Entrance. I went inside and there was a bright light and suddenly, well, you won't believe this bit, suddenly I was back before the fire, sitting in my office. What? I don't know how, but I travelled through time. I was so glad to hear you all alive, but none of you remembered what had happened. You all thought I was insane. But, just like this time, because I knew the code, you thought I would save everyone. So once again, Steve died, then Christina, then Lionel. I got to the end, back to the Tempest Entrance, and it happened again, and again, and again. 5 times it happened. That's a lot to take in. I'm not sure I believe you. If that's true, why did you say you were the arson? Because I just want to die. 5 times now, I've watched them all die just so I can live. And for what? So I can go back and watch them die again? I wanted to think I was evil. Who would save a murderer over an innocent life? Me, apparently. None of my plans to save the others have worked. Not one. I'm just tired. So now what? I've checked everywhere. All the doors are locked, just like the last time. I have no choice. I have to go back to the start. Wait, you don't have to. The fire's contained now. If you just wait there, someone will come and find you. No. I can't let the loop end. I can't let the loop end until someone else survives. I've been through too much. I'm ready to die. Whoever makes it out of this building should want to live. But if you go back, what happens to me? What happens to this world once you go? I have no idea. Does that mean there are now 5 worlds out there, in space or time or whatever, where you've just disappeared and everyone else is dead? When you put it like that, I guess you're right. But how is that possible? My guess is as good as yours. I'm outside the Tempest Entrance now. This is it. I guess so. I'll see you again soon. Just, you won't see me. I still can't wrap my head around this at all. Goodbye. Goodbye. Troy is disconnected. Reason, signal lost. Visitors disconnected. Troy. End. The mystery is not yet solved. You must explore all possibilities to find the truth. So, Troy has done this before. What's in the Tempest room, the room that they've all been into every time, is an action, it's just a replay of the events, which is kind of cool, because it fits to what I've done. I've replayed several times. It's like a game that's like including the arcing storyline, the multiple. I like it. It's cool. I like it. Let's do this one. Then we'll do. I think this might be a bad end. That one last time was a bad end. The one on the other side. Okay. So this is if I save Lionel. No, this is. Which one is this? Who do I save for this one? Don't really know. If I kill Troy. Yeah, hit the water. And then turn the water off. Next. Casualties Troy. Well, I guess he finally got what he wanted. Good, the man was a maniac. He cost my company millions already. And he killed 4 people. It'll be 6 if you don't get out of here soon. Alright, I found the stairs. Me too. Beginning scan, floor B1. I didn't mean to be so callous before, it's just... This will severely impact our operations. Don't you think that might have been the point? What do you mean by that? Troy probably wanted to stop Phoenix from whatever messed up things you do here. I suppose that makes sense. No, impossible. Our business here is strictly confidential. Does that sound like a slip of the tongue to you, visitor? Calculations complete. Flyer on floor B1, 2 casualties unavoidable. Candidates, Christina, Lionel. So I guess this was fine. 2 casualties unavoidable? No. So, neither of us is going to live? I'm afraid not. I guess that's fairest, isn't it? What? Well, why would we deserve to live when Steve and Troy had to die? Because Troy was a murderer. Yeah, agreed. And What about Steve? Well, either way. Goodbye. 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 Urgent, please enter your security system orders immediately. The chassis has been locked until your decision is made. Man, I love that it makes you do this, just like this, you're completely helpless, and it sort of puts you in a situation where you feel like there should be something you can do, but there's not. There's nothing you can do. They all die no matter what you do. Oh. Bad end. Okay, well, and we get to see the last end, the Lionel end, and finally all of this will make sense. Now, I hit the water, lock the door, skip to next turn, turn off the water, skip to next turn. Sorry, Troy. Okay, so what really is the secret here? What's going on? Now let's find out. Fire has been contained, casualties Troy. Ah, excellent, you made the right decision. I'm not so sure that was a right decision. Now you made a promise. Very well, a deal's a deal. What do you want to know? Beginning scan, ground floor. I want to know Christina was talking about. What's going on in this company? Audio cut. Christina herself has no idea what we do here. She was right about one thing though. Here at Phoenix Corporation, we buy and sell large stocks of cheap products just to keep the books looking busy. It's a front. Our true interest here is time travel. Time travel? That is indeed what I said. And you expect me to believe that? I don't care what you believe. You asked for the truth, and here it is. Now, if you let me continue, we in fact have a fully functional time machine in this facility. But the time machine we have constructed doesn't quite work like the ones you might see in the movies. As in, it does nothing because time travel isn't real. If you're not going to listen, I don't see why you bothered saving me. No, our time travel doesn't affect physical objects. Well, that doesn't sound very useful. What can it do? No fire detected. It can carry a person's consciousness through time. Consciousness? Their thoughts, their personality, their likes and dislikes, their experiences and their memories. Our machine can carry those things through time. You know, I don't believe a word of this. It's your own loss. So if I was to hop in this time machine and go an hour into the future, what would actually happen? Your consciousness would leave your body and effectively you would die. Die? At first, then after an hour, your consciousness would re-enter your body, and you would come back to life, not even realizing you had passed. That's impossible. We've done it successfully. People, birds, dogs, anything with a brain can travel in our machine. But what use is that sort of time travel? Your body would start to decompose if you went forward more than a few hours. That is true. We're still experimenting on methods of preserving the body that will allow the consciousness to later re-enter it. Currently, freezing seems most promising. But this is not where our true interest lies. If a person travels forward through time, they can visit distant eras and the like. But they can still only live for 80 years, their body dictates. But what if one was to travel backwards? You mean back to when they were younger? Exactly. They would retain their memories and experiences gained over time, but they would have a younger body. Unless they were in an accident and died instantly. They could live forever. Whoa, whoa. Yes, with our machine, no one has to die. I love it, man. It's so clever and so cool. That would be huge, but does it work? We believe so. What's that supposed to mean? Our tests travelling forward have gone exactly to plan. However, in our tests, things didn't work out quite so well going backwards. What happened? Our human test subject entered the machine. We activated it. Her consciousness left her body and unfortunately, it never came back. She died. That's terrible. What went wrong? We have dedicated every resource we have available to discovering the cause of this problem. And you haven't worked it out? We think the machine may have worked. What? How can you say that when someone dies? It's an incredibly complicated concept, but I will explain it to you. First, though, you have to do something for me. I have entered the code to unlock access rooms on the ground floor. I'm in the Tempest room. Come meet me here. But why? Why can't you tell me now? Lionel has disconnected. Reason, signal lost. Lionel, where'd you go? I guess I have no choice now. I have to go find you. Visitor disconnected. Lionel, end! And then, is there... The end is near. The final timeline has appeared. So this is the one where we get to find out that code, I guess. That code in the blue file that we didn't get to know. And now, no one has to die. Oh man, it's so clever. It's so cool and so clever. Urgent. The Phoenix Corporation headquarters security has been compromised. All personnel to evacuate immediately. Tempest engaged. Security room locked. Emergency services contacted. ETA 3 hours, 17 minutes. Again, really long response time. Is that really the fastest a fire truck can get there? That's really not very helpful. If I was on the phone and I went, hey, I need a fire truck, and they went, will be 3 hours, and my house was burning down, that wouldn't instill me with confidence. But carrying on. Visitors logged onto the Phoenix Corporation Communications Network. Lionel, what the hell is going on here? I went into the Tempest room like you told me to. Now I'm back here in the control room. Wait. Christina has logged onto the Phoenix Corporation Communications Network. What? How did you end up here? Steve has logged onto the Phoenix Corporation Communications Network. Chris, you're alive. I knew you were alive. Steve, I thought you were dead. Me? Troy has logged onto the Phoenix Corporation Communications Network. You guys, you remember. You finally remember. Troy, this all just part of some trick of yours, isn't it? God, I'm so happy that Steve's alive. Steve's alive. Yeah, Steve was my favourite. Ah, man. It's been a while since I've had to do the voice acting for Steve. No, I have no idea what's going on. You think I'm going to believe that after you lit the fire? I didn't light the fire. You didn't just go change your story now. Steve, he's telling the truth. What do you mean? Lionel has logged on to the Phoenix Corporation Communications Network. Amazing. I knew this would happen sometime. Somewhere, but I never thought I'd be the one to witness it. You know what's going on here? Yes, but for now there are more pressing matters. Does anyone here have one of the security codes? I already told you mine the last time. RFTS. But did anyone find any new ones? Oh, I found a blue file which said IRHH in it. I found one which said SOEE. Perfect. Visitor. I confess that just before I cut the last time we spoke, I found a file containing the code EMAS. Now quickly, enter all the codes. Alright. Security code confirmed. Security system online. Beginning scan. Floor B3. 4 codes received. Full access granted. Full access? You can now lock 4 doors at a time instead of just 1. Lionel, tell us what the hell is going on already. Why is everyone alive again? There's no way I would have to have enough time for that now. Calculations complete. Fire on floor B3. No casualties expected. No casualties expected. No one has to die. Yes, now we have the security codes. We're all safe. Let's get out of here then. Urgent, please enter your security system orders immediately. The chat system has been locked until your decision is made. Man, this game is so awesome. Boom, boom. Next turn. Boom! Oh god. Man, it feels so awesome. Fire's been contained. Fantastic, we're all still alive. Man, this music's so good. Great, but you still owe us an explanation. How is everybody alive again? How did I end up back here when the fire started? Why aren't these rooms fire damaged anymore? Beginning scan, floor B2. Visitor, do you remember what I told you before? Yeah, you invented a time machine. Impossible. Well, it was a bit different to a time machine, I guess. It carries your thoughts and memories through time instead of your body. Correct so far. It works going forward, but going backwards, calculations complete. Going backwards, you killed someone. They never returned to their body. Fire on floor B2, no casualties expected. That is the story as I told it. That person you murdered was my mother, asshole! Get what? Your mother died of a brain tumor, you told me so! That was a lie. Lionel killed my mother to test some impossible time travel bullshit. So I lit the fire. I lit to kill Lionel, to unwreck his corporation before they ruined any more lives. Chris, I don't believe it. I had suspected as much, Christina. You're Your mother is not dead. You mother is not dead. Typo, but I don't care. This game's too cool. I don't care. What do you mean by that? I've seen her body. You took her brain. Urgent, please enter the security system orders immediately. The chat system has been locked until your decision is made. God, it's so awesome. The fire has been contained. Lionel, answers. Your mother is not dead. This is going to be hard to explain. When we sent your mother back in time, she never returned to her body. Oh, is she the cockatiel? The cockatiel. By the way, I know what a cockatiel is. I realised in post that it's a cockatiel. I know what a cockatiel is. Anyway, it's not important right now. However, she was not a single fault in our logic. The machine was never designed perfectly. The machine is what's in the Tempest room, right? Correct. Anyway, we conducted many experiments and eventually come to the fascinating conclusion. When our subject had travelled forward through time, the future was not set, and so time would bend to accommodate our time traveller. That is, the consciousness travelling through time would remain in its own timeline. But when travelling backwards, things were not so simple. Beginning scan, Floor B1. The consciousness would become lost in the mess that is time-space. It would find a host, one which owned the consciousness, and one which existed at the time it had been sent back to. But it would not always find its host in its own universe. You've lost me. Our research would suggest that there are a nearly infinite amount of universes, each nearly identical, with only minute differences between them. So when Christina's mother travelled back through time, she was not alone. Trillions of her, maybe even more, travelled too. They would land randomly in different timelines. Some would land in the same timeline and one consciousness would override the other. In some timelines, no one would ever know that Christina's mother had even left, or that the consciousness had returned to her body wasn't from their universe. A rare few consciousness ever land back where they began, in their own universe. But many timelines were left here, in this universe where Christina's mother's consciousness left this world, but no other consciousness returned to her body. Because of this, the body remained empty and Christina's mother was effectively dead. But her consciousness lives on in another time, another universe. I'm not buying a word of this. Calculations complete. Fire on Floor B1, no casualties expected. But it explains everything. This is why everything kept happening over and over again. This is why we're all here. Yes, it took me a while to figure out, but we have all been brought over here by the Tempest machine. Visitor, you remember a time in which you let everyone die apart from myself, correct? Yeah, you gave me access to the Tempest room. Well, each of these people remembers a different reality. One where they were the only survivor of the fire. That's right! I had to wait and do nothing while Chris died. I had to wait and do nothing as all of you died, time and time again. At the end of each of these realities, the survivor entered the Tempest machine, which had had its clock set to the beginning of the disaster as a security measure. When each of us entered the machine, we were randomly shot into another universe. Some of us would have ended back where we started, and no one else would remember what had taken place. But there would be a few universes like this, whereby the chance of us came from 5 other universes into one. And there is how we are all together now, with the memories of different futures. Whoa. But the chances of that happening would be practically zero. Actually, with as many universes as there are, it was incredibly likely. There are probably hundreds of universes in which the same thing has happened as it is happening here. Nothing about this seems incredibly likely, but it is the truth. Urgent, please enter your security system orders immediately. The chat system has been locked until your decision is made. But I can save everyone. For once, I can save them all. Oh god, so good. The fire has been contained. Hey guys, all of your paths met up here, right? They do. I suppose they must. Beginning scan, ground floor. Soon we'll all be able to talk in person. No fire detected. I can't wait to see you again, Chris. I'm so glad you're safe. I can't either, Steve. I can't believe you're alive. You're both alive. Well, hurry up then. I'm already there. Okay, coming through now. I can see you. I'm in. Whoops, that was the wrong Steve voice. Me too. Hey, has anyone unlocked the door for me so I can come down too? Hello? Anyone? Guys, stop talking in person for a second and look at your messages, damn it. Typical. Now what do I do? Visitor? Christina, can you ask Lionel to open the door for me? No, sorry. I don't think I'll have a chance to. Is something wrong? Where are you? I stepped out for a moment. I'm at the Tempest entrance. I haven't been entirely upfront with all of you. What do you mean? I've been here before. You were listening to Lionel? We've all been here before. No, I've been here before. To a timeline like this one, where we all managed to survive. Except things went a little differently that time. For instance, I asked Lionel where the controls for the Tempest machine were, and he told me they were on floor B2, in my section of the building. Later he explained that the machine can't send consciousness back before the first time it was turned on, which was when my mother was sent back through time. So I thought I'd give things another try. I hopped back into the Tempest machine. Don't tell me. This time we were all on floor B2. I set the machine back as far as it would go, to the moment I lost my mother. I'm going back. I'm going back 3 years to find my mother. This is crazy. What if you just end up in another universe where she disappears? Then I'll break into here. I'll travel again. What about the people who care about you in this universe? What about Steve? You should know better than anyone what this feels like. You've had to choose one person's happiness over another's time and time again. In the timeline you came from, you even chose to kill me. I wish I could have Steve and my mother back both at once, but I don't have that choice. I spent too long wishing she was with me to turn back now. Besides, in this world I'm a murderer, an arsonist. There's no place for me here. Christina, you're not going to stop me, are you? No. No, I'm not. Tell me, Steve, I'm sorry, and that I love him. Tell him that I hope we meet again somewhere, sometime. But for now, goodbye. Goodbye. And good luck. Oh my god, it's so cool, because that's my outro! Oh, I almost want to outro it here, but I can't. Thanks. Oh, I think I'll need it. Christina has disconnected. Reason, signal lost. Visitors disconnected. Oh, it's so cool, because you said my outro. End. Oh man, that was incredible. That was so good. Oh, that was such a good game. Oh, man, that's so cool. Oh, I should go back in time and play it again. Oh, so good. Man, awesome story. Whew. Well, after that, man, it's blowing my mind. That was such a cool concept. I suggest everyone has a look at this game and try to support the devs. I don't know how, if there's something on the page. I don't know, but just try, because that was a really cool experience. You can play it for yourselves. I don't know, maybe you'll just want to try playing the actual game. But, man, it's been a really cool game. Harris Awesome has redeemed himself for his terrible suggestion last time. No, 5 Nights of Weed was, it was a game, you know. Oh, man. Well, I hope that you've enjoyed the series, and I hope you'll continue and watch my other videos, my other series. Click on something in the outro, but until then, as was said by Visitor, goodbye and good luck. What structural damage?
Someone's jerk.
The shelter has been badly damaged. Probably a bomb exploded nearby. The damage is caused to be repaired. You can read my story later.
And I'm also...
No, I'm good, thanks.
Jump over here.
You dick.
Walk down here.
Please stop this insulting language, well perhaps we can get back to the story later.
Keep your gun.
No!
No, I'm the king. I'm the king, baby.
Yes. Real?
Whoop. And run away from my life. Oh yeah. Oh shit.